तत्सत. The Nama Sankirtanam of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Om Madhava, Om Rishikesha, Om Achyuta, Om Krishna, Om Keshava, Om Govinda, Om Madhusudana, Om Varshneya, Om Janardhana, Om Purushottama, Om Bhutabhavara, Om Bhutesha, Om Devadeva, Om Jagatpate, Om Param Brahma, Om Param Dhama, Om Paramam Pavitram Bhavan, Om Adidevam, Om Ajam, Om Vibhum, Om Paramam Purusham Shashvatam, Om Param Purusham Divyam, Om Kamalapatraksha, Om Parameshwara, Om Purushottama, Om Yogeshwara, Om Mahayogeshwara, Om Harihi, Om Vishveshwara, Om Vishwarupa, Om Vishnu, Om Devavara, Om Devesa, Om Jagannivasa, Om Sahasrabaho, Om Vishwamurte, Om Vasudeva, Om Prabho, Om Vibhu, Om Keshin Shudana, Om Paramatma, Om Sukrut Sarvabhutanam, Om Ishvaraha, Om Maheshwaraha, Om Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Om Azam Anadim, Om Azam Avyayam, Om Avyayam Ishvaraha, Om Parangatim, Om Paramagati, Om Param Shantim, Om Amritaha, Om Akshay Kalaha, Om Kala Kalaha, Om Mahakalaha, Om Avyaya, Om Avinashi, Om Anashini, Om Atmadeva, Om Kaliya Mardana, Om Putnahari, Om Sakatasara Mardana, Om Kamsa Mardana, Om Sarva Praharanayuda, Om Pavitram Omkaram, Sri Krishna Parabrahma. Now, we'll quickly go through the chapter 1, whole chapters of chapter 17, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yogam. Then we'll get into the explanation part of it. Arjuna Uvacha, ye Shastramithi Utsrutya yajante Shraddhayanvita, Tesham Nishta, Tu Ka Krishna Sattvam Aho Raja Tamaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Trividha Bhavati Shraddha, Dehinam Sa Svabhavacha, Satviki Rajasi Cha Eva Tamasi, Chetitam Shunu. सत्वानुरूप सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारतः श्रद्धामयो अयं पुरुषो यो यशद्रः स एव सः यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्ष रक्षांस राजसा प्रेतान् भूतगणान् च अन्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपोजना दम्भ अहंकार संयुक्ता कामराग बलान्विता कर्षयन्त शरीरस्थं भूतग्रामम् अचेतसः मां च एव अन्तःशरीरस्थं तान् विद्धि आचरण निश्चयान् आहार तो अपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञ तपा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु आयु सत्व बल आरोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धन रस्य स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृदय आहार सात्विक प्रिय कटु आम्ल लवण तुष्य तुष्ण तीक्ष्ण रूक्ष विदाहिनः आहार राजसस्येष्ठ दुःख शोकामयप्रदा यतयामं गतरसं पूति परियुष्टं चेत् उच्छिष्टमपि च मेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम् अफलाकांक्षिभिः यज्ञो विधिदृष्टो य युज्यते यष्टव्यम् एवेति मनः समादाय स सात्विकः अभिसन्धाय तु फलं दम्भार्धमपि चैव यत् युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठतं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसं विधिहीनम् असृष्टानं मन्त्रहीनम् अदक्षिणं श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञं तामसं परिचक्षते देवद्विजगुरुप्राज्ञपूजनं शौचम् आर्जवम् ब्रह्मचर्य अहिंसा च शारीरं तपोच्यते अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तपोच्यते मनःप्रसादा सौम्यत्वं मौनम् आत्मविनिग्रहः भावसंशुद्धिः तपो मानसमुच्यते श्रद्धया परया तप्तं तपत्त त्रिविधं नरे अफलाकांक्षिभिर्युक्ते सात्विकं परिचक्षते सत्कारमानपूजार्थं तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तैः प्रोक्तं राजसं चलमध्रुवम् मूढ़ग्राहेण आत्मनो यत् पीडया क्रियते तपः परस्य धनार्थं वा तत्तामसम् उदाहृतं दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतं यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलम् उद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसं स्मृतम् अदेशकाले यद्दानम् अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असुत्क्रम अवज्ञातम असत्कृतम अवज्ञातम तत्तामसम उदाहृतम ओम तत्सत् इति निर्देशो ब्रह्मण त्रिविध स्मृतः ब्रह्मणा तेन वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च विहिता पुरा तस्मात् ओम इति उदाकृत्य यज्ञदान तपक्रिया प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्त सततं ब्रह्मवादिनां तदत्यनुभिसन्धाय फलं यज्ञ तपक्रिया दान क्रिया च विविधा क्रियन्ते मोक्षकांक्षिभिः सद्भावे साधुभावे च सत् इत्येत प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा शब्द पादे युज्यते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थिति सत् इति उच्यते कर्म च एव तदर्थीयं सत् इत्येव अभिधीयते अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तप्तं कृतं च यत् असत् इति उच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेत्य न इह ओम तत्सत् श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु ओम तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योग नाम सप्तदशो अध्यायः. So what we understand, what I understood about the chapter is, it has got two parts. Today I am going to cover. It has got many parts. Today I am going to cover 2 or 3 parts, and tomorrow the balance will be covered. So firstly, he is told about Asuri Swavamu. He mentioned about Asuri Swavamu. So Daiva Swavamu and Asuri Swavamu. He said that in the previous chapter also, Daivasra Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, we mentioned it, but here also, if you see, strictly going by this present chapter only, we will take it slokas from here and it related slokas from the previous chapters, so that we get it connected. Now he is telling in part 1 about Shraddha, Asuri Shraddha or Daivati Shraddha. There are only 2 types of Shraddhas. Either we have godly, divine Shraddha, or we have the demoniacal Shraddha. That's all. Nothing in between. No mixture of is the thing. So that is one part today we are going to see. And thereafter he is entered into the food, yajna, dana, tapa. He is entered into all those things with the division of sattva, rajas, tamo gunas. The types of Shraddhas. Three types of Shraddhas. So that we will see today. So from sloka, since Arjuna asked Krishna the question, if somebody is not following Shastram, then he does that. So a lot of people are not aware of this. You and me, I am not aware of this. What is Shastram saying? I don't know exactly. So then if I am performing actions, whether it is Sattvic action or Rasic action, Tamasic action, this question is asked by Arjuna for all of us. Or for himself also he asked. He must not be knowing what is Shastram. So that is why he himself is asked. So Krishna is telling those people who don't know Shastram and they are performing actions, their actions are of 3 types: Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. He said that. But before telling that, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, God has given another different beautiful angle. He said, whatever kind of Shraddha we have in our body, we appear like that only. Say if I am a Daivi Shraddha type, I will appear in the same way only. I will be polite and God-fearing, putting namaste to all elders and Bhagavan. So if I am Rajasic and I am arrogant and all, I am this thing careless and ignorant. In this Tamasic I am totally ignorant. So that we appear also in the same way, like that. Say that is what one point. But by seeing it also we can identify whether I got a Sattvic Shraddha, a Rajasic type person, a Tamasic person. You will be able to easily identify. Similarly, everyone by seeing you also others can identify he is Sattvic type or he is Rajasic type, he is Tamasic type. We can identify. So that he is giving one angle, Asuri Swabhavam, and before, in previous chapter he has mentioned about Daivi Swabhavam. So that is what. No, he said, isn't the Sattvika Devan, Yaksha Rakshans Rajasa, Pretan Bhotaganajani, isn't the Tamasa? Tamasic people, they worship Bhutas, Pretas and all the devils. They worship, and the Bhutas, devils will come to them. When we worship, for example, Sattvika people worship Deva. Isn't there Sattvika Devan? For example, Sattvika people, they worship a God. For example, say in my case, whenever say I am in fear or something, before going to sleep, I pray to Lord Sri Anjaneya, Sri Rama, I just pray Sri Rama, Sri Anjaneya, Sri Krishna, Om Namah Shivaya. Then I go to sleep straight away. And I get up only early in the morning. There are people, I have not slept till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they don't get sleep. And something, I fail to understand. I tell them in my home, other my relatives also. I don't know. I wonder if just before going to sleep, just say Om Sri Anjanaya, Om just Om Sri Anjanaya, Sri Anjanaya, 3 times. So just please protect me. I sleep. And Om Namah Shivaya, just say Sri Krishna, Sri Rama, and go to sleep. God only, thereafter only I have to put my alarm to get up next day morning. The alarm only will wakes me up. Then I am in sleep only. That is the attitude. The सात्विका यजंती सात्विका देवान, उसको वो ऐसे ही प्रोटेक्शन होता है. सिमिलरली राजसा यक्ष रक्षण यक्ष राक्षस को वो पूजा करते रहते हैं. ऐसा लोग हैं. तो और प्रेतान भूत गणांचनीय जंतु तामसा, वो ऐसा भी लोग तो है. दैट फिरो दैट रावणासुर का मैं श्रीलंका में गया था, जगह पे गया था, दैट मेघनाथ करके वो बंदा ऐसा था कि वो एक निखिला देवी what is her name? Some name is there. If he worships under a tree, under a huge tree, she is there. So he worships her in the night, middle of the night, undisturbed by when he is doing puja. He has got a boon from the Brahma. If he can worship her in the night throughout, before the sunrise, and then if he works without any disturbance, he will get the boon that nobody can defeat him in the battlefield. Nobody can defeat him. If he is disturbed in the puja, then no guarantee of his success. But he is not disturbed, undisturbed, if he can do the worship, like he used to do the such puja like that many times, and he used to even defeat Indra also. That's why he's become Indrajit. He become Indrajit also, Meghnad. That's how he became Indrajit. But when during the battle of Ram and Lakshman also, he was doing that only. Then Vibhishan was there. Vibhishan को सब पता चलता है. Vibhishan वही राक्षस है वो, but he is turned into God service. तो Vibhishan सब जानता है, location सब जानता है, and that's very far away. Sir, I went there. That is very fair. The battlefield in Ramayana, I took Donuvila, some place where Ravana was killed, and Sita Maya was there. Ashwagadi, different field. Dubram Pola, she did the Agni Pravesh in different field, and this fellow this fellow, the Meghnad was doing Nikumbala Devi puja in some forest, in different area, hundreds of kilometers away actually. वो थिक एरियाज में वो राक्षस लोग हैं, वो जाते हो तो उसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करते, बट फिर हनुमान वगैरह सब लेके जाते हैं लक्ष्मण को, और वहाँ पे फिर then he is disturbed. They fight a war, they challenge him, and there are lakhs of demons are protecting that area. Nobody can enter into this. In the thick area, midnight, see, that is you have to understand, imagine the situation. Say you, for example, you are Lakshmana, or you are carried by Lakshmana. Say you are Vibhishan, or you are Sugriva or something, you are Hanuman or Angada, something like that. We are devotional forces. So we took that Lakshman there. Thick of the night, dark, and the trees and all, nobody could identify. But if he worships her under the tree, and without any disturbance, he'll get the boon. Then the battle could have been different. That is why Vibhishan takes him there. That's why this fellow says कि Vibhishan तूने मेरे को धोखा दे दिया. अगर विभीषण नहीं लेकर आता वहाँ पे, फिर उसको मारना मुश्किल होता था, उसको उस रात को डिस्टर्ब करना मुश्किल. Lakshman could not challenge him. Then उसके बाद battle could have been taken a different turn at all. So that is the thing. What I mean to say that he is Rakshas only basically. That Meghnad is basically Rakshas only. No. So Rakshas लोग क्या करते हैं? यक्ष रक्षांश से राजसा प्रेतान भूत गणांश अन्य यजन्ते तामसा. These things are happening. By knowing this, what we have to do is we have to start worshipping the yajante satvaka devan. That is the lesson we have to take it from here, from this sloka. We have to start worshipping gods. Gods means Supreme God is there. Otherwise, other than Supreme God, again, we should not worship other gods. He is only in the form of other gods. That's how we should take it. Say if I am worshipping Lord Brahma or Indra, if I am worshipping him, I take him as the Supreme Lord only. Then my worship will go to the Supreme Lord only. That is what. But to Satvika people only worship it. And next, he is mentioned 2 qualities of the Rakshas. We have to know this, and we have to know other things also. Why? Because then we can avoid all the things. Ashasravihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapojana damba ahankara sanyukta kamaraga balanvita karshiyanta sarirastam bhodagramo machetasa mamcha eva anta sarirastam tan vidya nichara vidya asura nichayam. These are the other demonic people. So that is damba ahankara sanyukta kamaraga balanvita. So we should try to avoid this. These are there with us. I will tell you further. But we are helpless people. We are all actually in the material nature only, mode of material nature only. We don't have much choice, but we are, by the grace of God, for 1 hour we are left like this. The Sattvic Guna has dominated all of them. That's why we are here. So this we have tried to avoid this. But इसका related में ही about we are talking about Asura Sampada, Asura Nichayan. So in chapter 16 also he is mentioned Damba Ahankara, Dambo Darpa Abhimana, Cha Krodha, Parusham Evacha, Ajnanam Cha Abhijatasya, Partha Sampada, Asuri people, we are telling in us that Damba Ahankara Sanyukta, Kamaraga, Balanvita, Asura people, Dambam, Darpam, Abhimana, Krodham, they get angry and all that. We should try to eliminate it. We should try to reduce it. That's what. By knowing this, it's not that I will become like a Sant Mahatma something, but I must try to get rid of my anger. Anger is not good. Even Ramayana also is mentioned. Lord Rama also tells, Sita Mata also tells many times. This Krodham is there, very, very bad actually. We should try to get it removed. And say, for example, if I know I get angry. I get angry easily, I get more angry, much angry. If I know, I should try to reduce it, gradually reduce it. No, not good. Anger is not good. Why so much of anger? What for it is required? I should do self-evaluation and I should try to reduce it if I wanted to be successful. Otherwise, if I get into the mold of anger, there are people, they just die. It's only anger is only killing them. Nothing else is killing. Say if somebody has got more angry, what happens? He goes and he behaves in a rash manner, reckless manner. And what happens? The other persons will get angry. Then there will be clash. And whosoever has got more might, he will win. Either this fellow will kill that fellow or he will get killed by the anger only. So anger we have to recognize, or these are the efforts we have to make it. Otherwise, that we will see. The material nature, modes of material nature, their forces, they are acting on us. But God is trying to give us buddhi, vivekam. With this buddhi, vivekam only we can get out. Otherwise, we cannot get out. Even we are all, including I am, in the same of sattva, rajas, tamo gunas. So, damba, darpa, vimanacha, krodascha, parishamevacha. Ajnanam cha abhijatasya, partha sampada asrim. Now he is telling at the same time, Daivi Sampada Vimokshaya, they release us from the birth and death. Daivi Sampada release Vimokshaya, Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. This Asuri Sampada Nibandhaya binds us. It binds us for what? Life and death. For birth and death. It keeps on binding us. In this life I am this. Again I die with Asuri Sampada, I am again reborn. I am again reborn. Like this it is happening. It is Nibandhaya. But at the same time, if we develop Daivi Sampada by some chance, by our good luck, if you develop, it releases, keep releasing. Say if I am supposed to be born, say 1000 Janmas in future, I don't know. So then what happens? Daivi Sampada, I keep developing it. Then God will reduce, say 500 Janmas straight away after doing a lot of Bhagavad Gita study. And after that, another 100, 200 births he will reduce. So now another 100 births. So 800 births deaths has already removed it by some chance. So tomorrow day after I am going to Kashi Vishweshwar and Ganga Nadi Snanam. I am doing the Triveni Sangam Snanam. I am doing this. Then he will reduce. So 100 more. And 100 more births. Then let's give us balance. Then I go to. Then I am going to next this Dwarka also. I am going. Again, I will visit all Sri Krishna. I am reading Bhagavad Gita. Again, I will think of him, the way he lived there in the Dwarka and all that. He got married to all his 8 wives there. Rukmini Mata temple. I keep seeing Gomti Nadi river. It is merging in that Arabian Sea, and I take bath in that. It's a So I do all this, then he will remove the सब remove कर दो इसको. So एक कोई life एक तो दे देना पड़ेगा इसको. Out of 1,000 he will just give me only one more life. That's perhaps. And in that life, this one life is the last life, and then in that he will give the required strength, atmic bal, and discover I am uplifted. This is going to happen like that. This is the दैवी संपदा विमोक्षाया निबंध आश्रय. Now द्वौ भूत सर्गो लोके अस्मिन् दैव आश्रयेव च प्रवृत्तं च निवृत्तं च जनाना विदु आसुरा न शौचं न अपि च आचारा न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते. This Asuri people also again further telling na saucham, na achara, na satyam. So three things if we develop: saucham, achara, and satyam. These three things we have to develop. Then we can get out of this asura. At least mainly at least three things we have to get out. That is asaucham to saucham. We have to become saucham, pure. Saucham is purity, purity in body and mind, purity in body and mind. And purity in antakaranam also. That is we have to develop it. Purity of body, purity of mind, and purity of the senses, and purity of the soul. Saucham, achara, our conduct also should be good. Our behavior, our conduct, our behavior, the way we pass our time, it should be acharam. It should be also try to be good, like Bhagavad Nama Sankirtanam, Bhagavad Dhyanam, meditation, or Bhagavad Gita Patnam, Ramayanam Patnam, Bhajan, भगवान का भजन, आचारा, सत्संगम. This is conduct. It should be good. Then satyam, we should speak truth. We should be truthful. Like in this, we should not harm others. Satyam basically say I appear as a non-harming person to others. I should behave like that. I should not do any harm to others. So like that, this is satyam, and that is good. I should speak truth. That is what it is. So these are the qualities of. He mentioned it in the chapter 17, 1 to 6 slokas. Now further slokas he is straight away gone into the other aspects of food and all that. But however, I have written this in English also. Up to here, what we have discussed, I will read it out for the benefit of those gentlemen who can understand English also well, who like to understand more better. Right, sir? I will read it out in English. Men who undergo terrible austerities, not enjoyed by the scriptures, accompanied by hypocrisy and egoism, along with the desire and passion, the unthinking, these people are called unthinking people, torturing within the body the aggregate of elements and also torturing me, thus within the body, know them to be of demoniacal resolves. Hypocrisy, he is further explaining the demoniacal nature people. Hypocrisy, arrogance, pride, anger, insolence and ignorance are the endowment of those born to a demoniacal destiny, Arjuna. Divine destiny leads to liberation, demoniacal destiny leads to bondage. It is thought. There are two classes of created beings in the world, the divine class, the demoniacal class. Demoniacal men do not understand when to act, when to refrain from action. Neither purity nor good conduct nor truth is found in them. So this is what the part 1. Now going to part 2. Part 2 is he mentioned about the food aspects. Food aspect he mentioned it. That is the ahara tu api satvasya trivido bhavati priyah yajna tapa tada danam tesham vedam imam shunu. He mentioned that. Then ayu for satvika ahara. Today I am going to focus only on the sattvic guna. Out of the 3 gunas, sattva, rajas, tamo guna, what is most beneficial for us is sattvic guna only, because sattvic guna will liberate us from the birth and death bondage. So sattvic guna, we should focus on that so that we learn something out of this today's session. So I am focusing today on sattvic guna only in all aspects today of this chapter. So sattvic aharam, ayu, sattva, bala, arogya, sukha, priti, vivardhana, rasya, srigna, sthira, krutya, ahara, sattvika, priya. So promoting life, virtue, strength, health, happiness and satisfaction, which are savory, smooth, firm and pleasant to the stomach, such foods are dear to the sattvic people. So that kind of food we should take. We should promote life. But we should be, by the food we are taking, it should help us for our longevity. That is the food we should take, being Sattvic people. There is no point in taking food which will be harm to us, which will destroy us, which will kill us. That kind of food we should not take. So that is one, sir. This is about the food aspect. Second is the yajnam sacrifice of sattvic yajnam, sacrifice which is offered observing the scriptures. The scriptures sacrifices as well as say you are doing puja or say Gita Jnana Yajnam, they say, if you read the whole, all 18 chapters from chapter 1 to chapter 18, either you read or listen, you participate in satsanga, it is called Jnana Yajnam. Okay, sir? So Jnana Yajnam, it's called sacrifice. So sacrifice which is offered observing the scriptures. Scripture means this Grandham. By those who do not desire the fruit, concentrating the mind only on the thought, this is to be sacrificed. That sacrifice is sattvic. So say you are attending Bhagavad Gita, or I am also attending a Bhagavad Gita class. By attending this Bhagavad Gita session, by those who do not desire the fruit, मैं आज अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, भगवान मुझे आज तो लखपति बना दे, करोड़पति बना दे, that thought should not be there in us. You keep attending, that's all. लखपति बनना है, करोड़पति बनाना है, ये नेक्स्ट लाइफ में आपको इंद्र कुबेर बनाना है, ये अदानी की फैमिली में, ये अदानी की फैमिली में पैदा करवाना है. और कौन है सर, 2-3 और फैमिली है इधर, रिलायंस वाले, क्या उसका नाम, बस वो पार्टनर हो गया. मैंने इंडिया में एक अदानी है, दूसरा कौन है, अंबानी से जिंदाल है. ये ऐसे लोगों का बिरला है, टाटा है, उनके घर में पैदा करवानी है. तो बट वी शुड नॉट एक्सपेक्ट दैट काइंड ऑफ फ्रूट बाय दोज हु डू नॉट डिजायर द फ्रूट, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. भगवान में इस लाइफ में मैं जरा भगवत गीता सेशन अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरे को तो अगली लाइफ में तो मेरे को अंबानी के घर में पैदा करवा दे, अदानी के घर में पैदा करवा दे, किसी का बच्चा पोता बना दे. ऐसा दैट फ्रूट वी शुड नॉट डिजायर. It will happen to us if we desire. If we desire, automatically that thing is going to happen. Lord is going to make you be born as in the next of Ambani or Adani. That kind of a thing is going to happen. So sattvic tapas. Then austerity, sir. Austerity means that is tapas, actual tapas. This tapas is of 3 types: body tapas, mind tapas, and speech tapas. There are 3 tapas. And this tapas also of sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. That also there. Body tapas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. And speech tapas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. And also the mind tapas, also sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Like this, there total 9 are there. 3 into 3, 9 are tapas are there. I'll go through what are there, but firstly I'll tell about all the tapas. Worshipping the God. It is body tapas. Body tapas is putting namaste to Paramatma is also straight away simple tapas. The moment in the morning we take bath and all that, after bath of natural calls and all that we take bath, and then we go to Bhagavan and namaskar in the puja room. That is also tapas only, sir. Sattvic tapas. Worshipping the gods, the twice born, if you respect the Brahmins, the teachers, wise men, purity, rectitude, celibacy, non-violence. We should be non-violent. We should try to become non-violent. That is what our endeavor should be. These are called the austerities of the body ka. Then speech tapas, the walk tapas. That is words that do not cause distress, truthful and agreeable and beneficial, and practice in the recitation of the sacred texts. These are called the austerities of speech. Like say we are now, for example, reciting the sacred text of Bhagavad Gita. This is called also the austerity of the speech. And speaking, you are listening all the sounds of Bhagavad Gita. This is also tapas of speech. Tapas of the speech. We are doing, knowingly or unknowingly, we are doing tapas of speech only. Tapa Vangmayam. There is mind, mental tapas, mind. Peace of mind, calmness, sereneness, peace of mind, gentleness, silence also. Later on, once the things will come up, we can practice. In a group also, we should practice for 20 minutes, 30 minutes or 1 hour, how to be silent. Just come and sit there, observe silence. Just that is also tapas. Tapas of the mind, mental tapas. If we observe silence, mental tapas, self-restraint, purity of being, these are called austerities of the mind. Now, but all these three folds of austerity practiced with the highest faith. That with the highest faith, it is when we do it by men who are not desirous of fruits and are steadfast, they regard it as sattvic. If we do it with our highest faith, we should not have any doubt. ये कर रहा हूँ, ये क्या है, फल मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, डाउट्स नहीं होना चाहिए. विद हाईएस्ट फेथ करना है, कर रहा हूँ, वो कॉल्ड सात्विक है. अगर फल मिलना चाहिए, फिर अंबानी के घर में पैदा होना है, अदानी के घर में पैदा होना है, बिरला के घर में पैदा होना है, फिर वो राजसिक हो जाएगा. ठीक है सर. उसके बाद अभी नो गिफ्ट, अनदर एस्पेक्ट, द यज्ञ दान तप दानम. So the gift which is given only with the thought, it is to be given to a worthy person who has done no prior favor at the proper place and time. That gift is held sattvic. Say for example, sir, you have a lot of wealth or you have unused wealth. You have some wealth which you can dispose it off. You have given it enough to your wife and your children. You have spent it enough, so much. Still you got a lot of something is left over. So that money, what you have left over, you have spare actually. That spare money, which is given, give it as a gift only with the thought it is to be given. ये मेरे पास से अभी बच गया है, इतना मेरे पास बचा गया, XYZ amount, maybe 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, certain amount, XYZ amount is balanced with you after doing all your obligations. Then that money you give it to some people who deserve it, saying that इनको देना है, इसको help करना है. आजकल कई लोग हैं, they require some kind of help, and by giving some help to them, they will elevate their lives. So, and you have got spare amount, you thought you and give. So then that is called sattvic, and that is what it is. Not to give. You give it without any expectation of any return for it. So there are people, so they do such kind of charity. So there are examples, you may be knowing also a lot of examples, such things are there. Some people, without expectation of any fruit of return, they do this kind of charity work. If we can rise above to such level, that is called sattvic danam. That is also. So far we have covered it up to say 20th sloka. Remaining there are 7 slokas. We will try to cover it up tomorrow. Tomorrow we will conclude the chapter also. So now we will chant 3 times Omkaram and we will close the session. ओम तत्सत. सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु.